I'm sat in a different position now. I thought, because you know I love my birds, I thought I would teach you a little bit about them in this little video. And I've got this lovely book from my niece Josephine, all about birds. It's called Birdhouse. And I thought we'd spend a couple of minutes just having a look and seeing if we can spot some different birds. And then if you have an idea what you're looking for, you can go for a lovely walk and see if you can find some of the birds yourself. Okay? So, it's called Birdhouse. There we go. And the first bird that you will spot, you will know. They are ducks. And ducks live on the river or in ponds or any bit of water. We've got some water at the back of the field and we see lots of little ducks and their ducklings on there. So if you have a little look, let me see if we can get that properly. There we go. And it's a lift the flat book. So this duck here, male ducks are called drakes, it tells me. And female ducks are called hens. Did you know that? There's a male duck, they're much more colourful. And the female ducks are a little bit browner. They're called the hens. Some little baby chicks, look at those, they're so cute. They're called ducklings. I wonder if they live in here. Let's have a look and see what's underneath. I think Mummy Duck might be nesting on her eggs. Oh, I bet you see lots of ducklings by the river at the minute when you go for your walks. The next page tells me a little bit about doves and pigeons, you can see. We see lots of pigeons, the grey birds, outside our house here. Don't see many white doves. I wonder if you see many white doves. They're very good at navigating their way around in the sky when they're flying. They know where they're going. They're very, very clever. And that's a little home for the little doves there. Look. Again, Mummy Duck and the pigeon, and Mummy Dove and the little grey pigeon seem to be nesting and looking after their eggs. You'll see lots of pigeons. Now, you know I talked about this bird before, the woodpecker, the great spotted woodpecker. It's a little bit red and black and white. And you hear this like that. It's tapping on the wood to get the little insects to eat them. They've got a very long pointed beak so that they can get into the holes to pick the worms and the little grubs out to have for their lunch. 20 times per second. So 1 second is this 1. They can tap 20 times in that 1 second. That's exciting, isn't it? They sometimes come and feed from your bird feeders if you have any bird feeders in your garden as well. You could make one, couldn't you? That's a good idea. Lots and lots of ideas on the website about making bird feeders. Now, this is one of my absolute favourite, the swallow. The beautiful, beautiful swallow. It travels all the way from a continent like Africa, which is a long, long way away, to come and stay with us in spring and summer. And we always have them outside on our telephone wires, and they sit and they tweeter away. They are beautiful, and you can tell they're a swallow with a very, very long tail, and they've got a bit of red under here as well. They're very, very beautiful. The young ones have shorter tails, so they migrate. That's what they call it, when they move from one country to another to get the better weather, to build their nests for their babies. And this is a little swallow's nest. Have a look inside, shall we? There we go. Maybe that's Mummy and Daddy Swallow. So have a look for those. They're my favourite at the moment. I love the swallows. Well, I love all the birds, and I'm a little bit obsessed, I think, maybe. Now this one, it's talking about the little sparrows. These are the little brown birds in your garden. Some of them are stripy, some of them are nice and brown, and they sometimes feed from your bird feeders. And they're with us all year. They don't go to another country, they stay with us. We once had a swallow nest on our house, and the sparrows took over that swallow nest, and I was really cross. So there are tree sparrows and there are house sparrows. I think mummies and daddies might tell you different. And this is, oh look, here we go. The Tawny Owl, the beautiful Tawny Owl. Again, one of my favourite birds. And we hear from Rose's bedroom upstairs, we can hear the Tawny Owl every night in spring and summer coming out to feed. And the male Tawny Owl goes like this, twit, twit. And then the female, the lady owl, will reply and she will say, doo, 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 like that. It's really, really lovely to hear. And they're just chatting away, saying, hello, I'm here. Would you like to come and see me? And we've got some trees over there. They're not our trees, and they nest over there, so we see quite a lot of Tawny Owls. They come out late at night, quite late. But the barn owls, which are a really, really light brown colour, white and light brown probably, they come out in the evening. So if I'm sat out on my bench outside, I can quite often see the barn owls flying very low across the field. They are beautiful, really, really beautiful. And it quite often swoops round and round, trying to find a little mouse or a vole or something to feed its little babies back at the nest. Lots of different owls in England. There are short-eared owls, long-eared owls, tawny owls, barn owls. Don't see many snowy owls. I don't think they live here. Little owl. There's one called a little owl that's really, really tiny and very, very gorgeous. So here we go. These are the different areas that they might find a nest and they might live. Their habitat, and that's what we call. Where you live is your habitat. So you can either live in a nest, not you, a bird I'm talking about, or a duck house, or a tree like the owls, or a dovecote, which is where the doves and the pigeons live, some of them. Owl box, if you've got a special bird feeding or a bird house like an owl box or a bird house. Some of them will come to your garden to feed from the bird feeder, or have a little bath in your bird bath if you've got one. Or even nest in your birdhouse if you've got a birdhouse. So that is a little book all about birds. Not all the birds. There are lots and lots of other birds that you can have a look if you go for a walk in the woods or down by the river. Okay? Why don't you have a go at feeding your birds? If you've got some seeds or some raisins, they like a bit of cheese, they even like a little bit of meat. And if you've got a little bit of lard, ask mummies and daddies if you can mix it up together, and then you can roll it on a kitchen roll. Roll it on the inner bit, the cylinder bit, and you can hang it outside. Or you could use a little empty yoghurt pot and put some bird food inside and use some string and hang it up in your garden and see if any of the birds will come and feed. Please tell me if you see any, because I'll be very, very excited about that. So that is your knowledge and understanding of the world today, boys and girls. All about birds. But I'm sure you can tell me a little bit more. Okay, have fun.